Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we have something a little bit different for you. So recently, my friend Dave Jahn, he contacted me, and he asked me if I would like to check out his worlds and see what he's been doing in Minecraft. So of course I said yes, and he asked if I wanted to film it, and of course I said yes. Instead of going through all the trouble of setting up a server and all that just so I could get on there with him, um, we just decided to stream it through Discord. So the video you see will be very choppy, probably a very bad frame rate. We probably spent 2 hours of our time together just trying to figure out the technical difficulties. But in the end, I'm hoping that it all turns out pretty good, so sit back, relax, and check out Dave John's world.
Well, let's start. I got three worlds I want to show you. I wanted to teach music theory through Minecraft and some other things, and just make some music at one point. And I made these, man, probably last summer is when I was doing this.
Oh
Haven't really
wow.
messed with these a whole lot. And then I wanted to show you the crafting table redstone
Yes.
contraptions I was
Yeah.
making in normal world. So we'll get to this one. This is the shortest one. This took a long time
Yeah,
to
I
make.
I bet.
Yeah, I was I was gonna stuff all of my command blocks into here,
Mm,
but that was just gonna be way too complicated. So of course I got chain, I got some
yeah.
doors, and um, those guys, whatever those are. See, I come from a programming background. I
Mm,
was doing PHP and MySQL and everything back in 1999 and 2000, and thought I wanted to go down that path, and then didn't. Instead, I became a truck driver. So
I mean,
yeah, long story there, but that's that's my background there is
yeah.
I really enjoy programming stuff. So I've used it over the years here and there to like make something out of JavaScript for a website thing or whatever. Okay. So this is my world to show how you can make some music in Minecraft with no mods or anything, just straight vanilla. You got your note blocks. You got your heads that'll do some different things. And we have a note block with a block on top so that no sound comes out. And the observer observes the changed state of the block and then sends out a redstone signal instead of putting a button there or a lever or anything like that, because a button or lever makes a sound. So we don't want that. We want to be able to play our songs. And that's just with the emeralds. A secondary beat. You can alternate if you set up the repeaters just right. I mean, usually I say that Rick rolls into
Yeah, this was a very elaborate way to rickroll me. Um,
That's right. That was the whole
the
purpose. I
whole
did it
point.
just so I could rickroll you. We have three banks of loops. That's why I have three kill switches. You let that go for a little bit, and then I can kill switch. Kills all of it.
Hmm.
And we'll come back here.
So, whenever
Yeah,
you're making these, do you just do it all by ear, or is there an actual, like, methodology behind it?
good question. It's a lot of trial and error. And when I went to this really complicated one right here, this is dueling banjos.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and so I actually color coded. This is what the wool is for.
Okay.
I color coded certain beats with certain notes. So like we're in the key of whatever, and now we're in this different playing this different chord in orange, and now we're in a different chord in yellow.
Hmm.
That was a real smart thing to do after I had spent hours and hours doing the other methods. So if you can visually set things up, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Um, Doing things in a circle, like these are all straight line. I've seen some other people use a circle, and not only can you hear it better because you don't have to follow the signal, but you can set up different layers of loops. So, for instance, the first loop might be a bass drum that just keeps going around in a circle around you, and
Mm.
then you might have a snare drum that goes in a circle, and you time it just right. If I were gonna expand this world, that's probably what I'd start on is making these whole cylinder
Mm-hmm.
creations. Stack all of the instruments in a cylinder that way. Everybody loves a good banjo song. So the first loop is a slower introduction, intro.
Mm-hmm.
Then we kicked in. And that'll just keep looping until, oh, so you can't hear it. It's coming back
Yeah.
in.
Huh.
That signal. And that was probably the hardest one.
I bet. Yeah.
To play a banjo roll, like I had a banjo for like 6 months. I was doing an instrument exchange program with a friend of mine. He had a banjo and I had a mandolin, and he wanted to use a mandolin for a project, so he gave me his banjo. And I was learning the rolls and everything. That is some complicated stuff. Different thought. How do we want to use a creeper head?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how the old Mission Impossible started. So I didn't loop that one. I just let it go.
Yeah.
Just didn't start.
Huh.
And for anybody who doesn't know this is the purpose of having this repeater into here is because it locks the repeater and doesn't allow it to send more signal out. And then I just have to... And then one more. You gotta appeal to all the generations.
Of course.
I'm bobbing in my head right now.
It's very catchy.
Yeah. Mr. Ed Sheeran.
Mm-hmm. Not really my style, but I can appreciate it.
Yeah. And so I wanted to experiment with seeing what we could do with minecarts being the trigger system. So that takes us up in the sky. I'm not done with this creation yet, but start taking a ride.
Oh, the minecart's in the way.
I've read this thing a couple times.
Mm.
Okay, so that is this world. So I have a guitar here, piano here. This is all done with commands. Oh, stop. That's a mistake I made a second ago. I gotta put it on manual mode. I mean automatic. There it is. Now we can see movement.
Yeah, that still blows my mind, man.
Oh, this is really fun doing
Mm-hmm.
that. These command blocks actually trigger command blocks that are in the sky. It's more complicated than just like 2-3 command blocks. And so we have a C major scale, and that's just using the fill function. You fill the area, one block or a whole area with then the manual mode, we can get all Tom Hanks.
Doesn't sound as good as the.
It doesn't, and you only really have one Minecraft foot. You don't really
That's
have
true.
these two legs that you play two notes at the same time and hop around and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that does some fun things, and we'll take a look at the brains of the operation. And lots of things that are being triggered by lots of other things. See a little bit of redstone block being placed and unplaced immediately. In fact, one entire row of the green command blocks is remove the redstone block that was just placed
Oh.
that triggered it.
So this isn't using any note blocks. It's all just command blocks, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a real good point. Yes, you can make all kinds of sounds and you can alter them. You can actually take, let's say the creeper sound. You can speed that up really fast. You can slow it down. You can change the pitch of it. And so I was using just the regular 24 notes of the Minecraft has.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, the piano just has 24 notes. You can't get any higher or lower than that. If I wanted to get higher and lower, if I wanted to make this like a full 88 key piano, I could change the pitch of some of these. It would require double what you see here.
Yeah.
It would do the job. Nice little hiding spot.
A nice place to put your picks at.
It is. Yeah. Actually, there's some really cool photography that people put their camera or whatever inside, and they'll have whatever landscape outside the guitar, and you're looking at it through the strings and stuff. And so we have a C major chord. It plays where it's at. I had big plans for doing like 30 or 40 chords all set up, but that would take a huge panel. I could probably do something with a book stand. You know, you got 15 pages there, but still it would be probably, I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, it'll give me 15 chords, I guess.
Mm.
But, and then we can do a C major scale. And then all of my command blocks are up in the air, do pretty much everything. And had big plans for a drum set over here. Which I still get to. I'll contact you if I ever get that part of it done.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a world I started a couple months ago. And you can hear all those.
Yeah, they are crazy guys.
I am a little bit weird in that I believe in free-range villagers.
I respect that.
I think they trade better. I think I feel better. And so I give them a little room to roam around and do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is, you got your bone meal.
Mm-hmm.
You got your super smelter.
Yeah. That's like the, when it comes to redstone, that's about as far as I've gone. Like, I've done, like, the big super smelters with the mine carts and stuff, following tutorials, of course. But that's about as far as I go.
Okay, so I got a sugarcane farm out there. I'll show you in a second. But here's how. This is the most basic autocrafter design you can make. There's one entry. There is one recipe. And if I put this third right there, it'll actually make it.
Okay.
And you turn these on, turn them off, whatever, to do the recipe. And then it gives you your paper. So it's real simple. You just make the crafting table. You have a comparator come out of there. We want 9 bits of redstone dust and then a solid block. So when it reads that it has all 9 of these filled up, because these are filled.
Yeah.
These right here, they're considered filled. So when you get 3 of something in here, or whatever the recipe calls for, it will send a 9 signal out back to itself to say, hey, create this thing. And of course, this is a cool feature. You don't have to have a hopper underneath it.
Yeah, just skadooshes into the thing.
My chicken farm is way off 100 blocks or so in the other direction. And so from my chicken farm, I'm getting raw chicken, feathers, eggs. And of course, nobody likes eggs.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do with them? Somebody send me pumpkin pies you can make with them.
Yeah.
If you throw them at people, you're going to make more chickens, and that's annoying.
Well, it's funny, though.
It is.
It is fun.
Yeah, especially if you're kind of raiding somebody else's base and just throw a bunch of chicken eggs everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is, boy, I keep picking up eggs
Uh
here. So this is a classic clock, Minecraft clock, in that if this dropper gets anything inside of it, this comparator says, "Hey, there's something inside there," and then you take this, you have this repeater send a signal out to both the hopper that says, "Hey, shoot something out of the hopper," and to the comparator to say, "Hey, pause for just a second."
okay.
It'll just turn on and stay on. So that's the formula I use on a whole lot of my creations: is comparator out, repeater, a bit of redstone around here, 2 repeaters, 1 into the dropper, 1 into the comparator. I've got a bunch of feathers, so I've got this strung out. There's probably a better way than spending all that iron. So in this contraption, I'm taking those feathers, putting them into this first dropper. I've got sticks in this next dropper. What do you think I'm going to be making with feathers and sticks?
Arrows, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I grab some of my hard-earned flint, which I come up with a little system, maybe people's been doing it for a while, but I come up with a little system of taking a Fortune 5 shovel diamond, and I just go to a corner, create a little corner in the middle of the floor here, whatever, and
put your gravel down.
My gravel with my left hand, and you do that right click, left click thing real quick. Put flint in here. It recognizes, because it's using the same principle. It recognizes, and then real importantly, it shoots this off in the correct order. Each time it's always flint first, then stick, then feather, because you've got to be able to. If it was out of order, it would not make an arrow. So this took a little bit of time to get all the repeaters timed correctly. There might be an easier way to do it.
It's making a lot of arrows.
It is. But it'll make arrows as long as I've got.
As long as you got the flint. Okay.
I made use of a flying machine to harvest my sugar cane, which I'm not going to bother collecting.
Yeah.
Because I got tons of it already. But I just love this design, and you can make it 12. How many wide that is? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on the side is what it'll take before it breaks down. But just 2 repeaters, or not repeaters, 2 observers, and 2 pistons, and then either some slime or honey block, and that's it. And all you do to trigger it is to put something in front of the repeater.
Yeah.
So I chose to just have a piston right there, and I can do that. There's probably a more efficient way of doing it, but I've got 1 observer right here, so that when this 1 melon, I guess it would be a pumpkin because I got an alternate. When it grows, it fires every single one of these. It would be more efficient to actually have a whole bunch of observers, but I don't have a lot of resources to make them.
Right.
So I just linked them all together, and that works too.
And
then the really noisy chicken farm. Well, this is a simple pig farm. After they grow a certain amount, I'll let them be falling through. And
they just roast on the magma blocks.
Hey, dude.
It's
what? Great, dude.
What is that? What's it called? Where they like do the barbecue under the ground? You seen that?
Right.
That's,
like in Hawaii.
Yeah, they just like bury it with the coals. That's
very
nice.
I'll do that. Oh, here's another crafter that takes melons and turns melon slices and turns them into a whole melon. All right, so now if I put these in here, we can see them being made. Fill up, and then it shoots 9 signals. And if you want to just make the seeds, you do the recipe for the seeds. But that's pretty much it. How an autocrafter works is set the recipe up right, make sure everything goes in order, and then you set the 9 redstone dust up, comparator, and chest, and you're ready to go. So we'll go see the chicken farm real quick.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
It's Chicken Mageddon.
What? Oh, and now you're in this.
So the way this works is you got your signs holding up your water, which I didn't think of this. I saw this somewhere else, but I saw it in a smaller scale. And so they're dropping their eggs. So they get flowed to the middle. They get sent to the dispenser. The dispenser kicks them out up there and injures chickens on the way up, and that's okay. And then my chicken destroyer is magma blocked
Oh.
down there, and it is kind of hard to get out of here once you get accepted.
It's I don't know if I should appreciate. I guess I can appreciate the fact that you have free range villagers and you take very good care of them. But when it comes to your animals, you're just shoving them in boxes, and, slamming them on magma blocks.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Yep.
Respect the people.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. I just made an iron farm, which took like 10 hours altogether, and yeah, it's just villagers crammed into tiny boxes, and there's a zombie yelling at them.
So I feel real bad about destroying an iron golem too, because like he's a protector, and I'm gonna kill him. This protector of all things that are good, and I'm gonna just kill him just for some iron.
I mean, have you seen the amount of iron you can get? You know what I mean?
Oh, I have, and I've been tempted.
Yeah.
But I'll show you the amount of iron that I already have, and you'll see.
Oh, wow.
This was just one trip into the mines.
You know, I don't mean to brag, but if you unethically kill the iron golems at a farm, you can get like that much iron in an hour sitting there.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen, I've seen blueprints and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not throwing it around, if I'm not just like wasting iron left and right, I seem to do okay for what I'm trying to make. I will tell you that I started this farm not as I didn't intend to do any of this. I have never beat the Ender Dragon because I've never tried, and so this whole world was originally called Beat the Ender Dragon. And I was like, well, I need some resources, so I found a village way over there, and I brought a couple villagers over here. So I relocated. I had some refugee villagers, and maybe that's unethical to do.
Yeah.
But, then I got so many resources, and I got stuck on the resources, and I got stuck on this whole creating things, and I forgot all about the Ender Dragon. So I will just leave it at this, and I got to get my student. Minecraft shows you who you are. Minecraft is a great psychology tool because it tells you, oh, I'm a fighter, oh, I'm a farmer, I'm a trader, I'm a whatever, inventor, whatever. And that's a really cool thing. I encourage anybody that's going through therapy right now to actually play a bunch, figure some stuff out, tell your therapist, because it's really interesting what you can learn about yourself in Minecraft. And on that note, I've got 15 seconds before my guitar class starts, and I've got to teach, so I'll let you go, bud.
All right, man.
Great time.
Yep.
All right. We'll see
Enjoy your class. See you, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's definitely something different than what we usually do, but I don't know. I think it was pretty fun. And hopefully I can get some more people to let me check out their worlds, because I think that it's a pretty interesting thing. I'd also like to take this time to shout out Dave Jahn, and if you want to see what he's up to, check out the link in the description below. I think that's all I've got to say. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. Maybe share this with somebody you think would enjoy it. We're trying to hit 500 subs by the end of this year, so any help at all would be appreciated. That's all I've got to say, guys, so until next time, happy gaming, and God bless. See y'all.